So here we go, sixth grade with 3D printing, because I realized that I hadn't done anything with you in 3D printing. So here's where you're going to go. You're going to need to go to Tech Lab. We're going right to grade 8, because that's where the easiest link is to get to Tinkercad, right here. So grade 8, go to Tinkercad. Now when Tinkercad comes up, it should look like this. And you are going to sign in, not sign up, sign in. You should see this. You don't have to fill in any of this. You just go to More Providers. Then you're going to sign in with Google. Now, I believe when you tap on Sign in with Google, that when you go to Sign in with Google, what will happen is there'll be a pop-up screen that will say something about allow, like to allow them to have access. Make sure you click allow. And then after that, you will see this again, and you just have to wait, because you will go to a screen that says continue. So once again, when you go here, you go to More Providers. When you tap on Google, there'll be a pop-up thing kind of like this that will, except it won't have this. It'll just say, it'll have the allow button, a blue allow button on there. And then you allow it. And you'll see a continue button after it goes back to this. And so mine is pretty close. Now, I think the first thing that happens for you is that if you see this yes, remember me thing, make sure you click that. That'll work a lot better too. You will be in a lesson, and you'll probably feel like you should start playing around with it, but it's just going to get in the way. It's like right up here, you'll see something that'll say exit lesson, and you'll want to hit exit lesson. And when you hit exit lesson, you'll go back to something that will look kind of like this. And somewhere over on the left side over here, there will be create a project, which you should tap, and then do create new design. So again, it'll probably take you right into a lesson, and up near the top, you should see something that says exit lesson. Then when you exit the lesson, you should find the create project and then create new design, which should take you to a blank area. Now this one's going to have stuff on it, and I will try to get rid of some of it so I can show you what's going on. Some of the things I've already brought in here, I've been working on. So your goal is, I'm going to give you a few options you can do, show you a couple things. One of the ideas would be to make a tag for your backpack. And the basic idea, which would be cool, you make a nice thing for your backpack. To start with, you'll just want to go to the geometric things over here on the side, and just you tap on something, some shape that you want. I'm thinking you want something like a rectangle. You tap on it and you bring it out, and there it comes. Now, I'm actually going to go to this one that I already have, because this will show you, one of the things is, this over here is the best, easiest way to navigate things. And then I want to show you what all of these different parts do. There's a cone on the top here. And so whenever you have a shape, no matter what shape you tap on, you're always going to have the cone. The cone is just for taking it up in the air, putting it back down. You should usually be able to see 3 arrows. And each one, if you push on it, lets you rotate it that way or that way and that way. And that's very helpful depending on what you're trying to do. And then the other ones are for changing the size of it. So you can see if I grab this one, it's going to do that. And watch your lengths too. The numbers that show up. This one, if you go to a corner, that will do both things at once. That will let you, move things around like that. So I was thinking, like, if you would go to try and make a backpack tag of some sort, you maybe want something like that. If you think about putting like your name on there or something. Now, if you want to get rid of something, tap on it and hit backspace. All right. Now, one of the things, if you're going to actually put this on your backpack, you're going to want to have some way of attaching it. So I'm going to go here to a cylinder. I'm going to bring a cylinder. I can tell, that'll definitely be part of it. I'm going to make it smaller first. I'm thinking like just you want a hole in this so that you can put something through it to attach it, a piece of yarn or something. Now, again, all the little dots will help you change the size and shape of it. If you just grab, push and hold right on it, that helps you just move the whole thing. Now I'm going to make sure that this goes down, and I want it to go all the way through. Yep, goes all the way through. Still have a piece here. Get rid of that. Now, to make a hole in something, you have to tap on that shape, and right up here you have the color, but you can also make it a hole. Now, when you print it, this will have a hole in it. All right, now the other thing is, now if you want to put your name on it, you go down over here until you get to letters, and then you have letters. And you can, maybe you just want to put your initials. So like maybe I would just put the letter C in this. I might start it over here because it seems like it's a little low. All right, so obviously to me anyway, I have to turn it. Doesn't have to be straight, could be, whatever. And color's not going to matter. You can make them smaller if you want to put your whole name on there or something. And one thing you could do with this is you can just leave it right there. Now, if you're like, that's all I'm going to do, I'm going to do this and draw a rectangle around the whole thing, and I'm going to group it. And then it's all part of the same thing. Now you can see the hole more easily. You see how the C is part of it. I might undo all that. All right. Because one thing you could do is you could push this down a little bit. You can make that a hole too. I'll show you what that's going to do. If I do the same thing, draw that rectangle and then group it. All right. Maybe that's what you like or would like. Who knows? That's a good idea, I think. Anyway, go back a couple things here. There. All right. Now, another idea for you would be, you could try, although, using one of these would be cheating. You could also try to make a ring that would actually fit your finger. Now, I have not played a lot with these to see can I make the ring inside thinner. But if you go here and if you go to this and it shows it's 20 millimeters, let's see, 20 millimeters is like 2 centimeters, across. That's the diameter of the whole thing. If you're going to make a ring you could actually wear, you might want to make it yourself. You might want to use something like a cylinder and then use another cylinder to make the hole in the middle. And you're going to have to measure something like maybe your finger. to see if you could figure out how to make it actually fit. You could attach other stuff to it. You could bring a pyramid out here, and you could put a pyramid here, and you could back out a little bit. I'm missing one. You could here, if I was going to, for example, here's this. If I rotate my pyramid, oh, come on. Nope, 90. I want 90. You rotate your pyramid, and then you make it the right size. Make it a little smaller. Move it over. You could attach it to the ring and group it, and then you could have a ring you could wear, and you could have a little thing on it. Woohoo! Exciting. Another idea is, one of the original ideas I had for this was to have you make like a little minifigure or a person. So if you bring a bunch of shapes out, connect them all together, you have a person. And, you could try to then take one of the minifigures, like in the back of the room, measure it, try to make something that is like a minifigure, and try to make it look, or make it the right size, about the same. Okay, now just one more thing, get you started today, and then we'll continue next time that I see you. Is in your Google Drive, if you make things, like if you wanted your name, but you wanted a different font, best way to do it is go here in your Google Drive, make a Google drawing. So that's file, new, or not file. You go new, and you go more, and then you go to Google Drawings. Anything like this, if you bring in a shape, it will be able to be 3D. If you bring in word art, insert word art, that will give you any font you can find in here, and there are a bunch of them. And then the other one is the stuff several other grades have been using, which is a polyline. So, if you would bring in a picture of something, if you use the polyline to trace it, and it ends up like this, you can make that 3D. So like, let's say I'm bringing in a shape, and I put the polyline on, I tap. Every place I tap, and if you tap, see, I messed that one up. Don't tap too close together or it won't work. But you can move a little bit and tap. I'm just being picky right now. But if you get it to complete the shape, it'll turn blue, and then you can send it out to Tinkercad. Let me show you just quickly how this works. So get rid of everything except that. Now, I'm going to go to download this as SVG. All right, there it goes. 3D printing ideas.svg is what it's called. I go back to Tinkercad, and near the top you have an import button. And I import, and I'm going to choose a file to import. I'm going to go find it in my drive, somewhere in my drive. Oh, I just saw it. There it is, right there. Tap on it twice. I always think, here it comes, but then I forget you got to hit this import button. All right, so easy. I just made word art, put it in with my font that I wanted, and downloaded it as SVG. And as soon as you do that, you bring it over, and you have a different font, and you have your name. Okay, so giving you lots of ideas of things you can do, and at least get started today. Think about what you want to do. Think about, what would you like? Are you going to do some sort of a ring? Try to do, like I said, with a cylinder, and then put another cylinder inside it. Turn that one into a hole. Lug it, some sort of backpack tag for your backpack. Doesn't have to be this shape. You can do any shape. Bring something in. Do stuff like that. See what you get. Just so you don't get nervous, before you are done today, you should go to Design and hit Save. It does save automatically, but it doesn't hurt to just save it. So there you go. That'll be a good place to start, and we'll see you when I get back.